Hello and welcome to the Sima AI Guide to Success Part 2. Let's load it up and I will show you where we left off. I will not show you, we will start where we left off again.
Life is fleeting, as is victory.
Because my winning way.
In these chaotic times, only the
It would be
strongest
weird
can survive
if
the storm
we didn't
that
start
ravages
over
China.
where we
The
did
weak
where we
are
last
not so
started.
fortunate.
No.
Outmaneuvered and isolated, a faction
should be
was
fine.
crushed into oblivion. But the phoenix may ever
load it up.
return from the cinders.
I've been playing a lot of Conqueror's Blade, so you know I can probably produce this video hopefully right now every day, at least every few days. I might be recording Conqueror's Blade as well. I'm not so sure yet. I would just have to take a look, you know, what I'm gonna be doing. Fortunately, I cannot stream yet because I have not figured out
Only
OBS
through adaptation and
recording stuff
consideration
too
will
well.
we see
Sound
China
recording.
grow.
Sound recording was really crap.
The old systems of government
But-
must not be lost in the chaos.
Now I'm using Audacity
Their
to record my
reforms
voice
will
and just turning
inspire
off the
us
OBS
to
mic.
greatness.
But I cannot
A tree
stream
must be
with
nurtured,
Audacity.
even during drought.
So I gotta figure that out. I will do it in my own time, of course. What other time will I do? That probably would not be very soon. So yeah. It's taking a reasonable amount of time, yeah. But we'll again show you where we left off. That was a screw that I dropped, and I lost it. Of course I have. So we left off here. Let's check out our commanderies. We've got two Shangsha with -1 food. We're getting global support, and Ling, which is not getting global support right now because we are lacking faction supports. One of our characters has low satisfaction, not too bad. There is satisfaction low from courts, which is not nice. We're gonna fix that. He wants to. Oh, we can't spy it. Let's see, two Sung. Can't promote him. It's gonna cost us a reasonable amount of money. Cause he's a clerk. It does cost relatively amounts. We can also just banish him, release from service. Let's just release him from surface. So, what would do that? Yeah, he's level 3. Is he? What traits does he have? Oh, he's actually pretty good. He's actually pretty good. That's high expertise. Creative is just such a good trait to have. Plus 12 expertise is just generally very nice. We can give him this. Nope, not enough. Well, he probably wants. Yeah, he wants a higher court position. Lack of purpose. Nope. When will become prince? Not soon enough. Yeah, you kind of gotta make some hard decisions sometimes. Promoting it, we can promote him. We can't promote him. We can't give him a gift, unfortunately. So, yeah. Unfortunately, you will dissatisfied. This should go away. Because none of our characters are not satisfied. because as you can see, corruption is not nice. Lowers your income. Join the war against Sima AI for some money. Sima AI. Yeah, we're not gonna do that because, again, Sima AI can easily march up to our trade ports. Easily take that because the garrison is not that big. So yeah, you don't want to expose your north. If your north doesn't get exposed, you're gonna have to acquire a lot of resources to protect it, and with it being secured, you're of course not gonna have to do that. And again, honor, I guess honor. Right now we have got the in favor trait, which gives us plus 15 prestige, but this might be deceiving, right? It's plus 15 prestige for 5 turns, so it doesn't give you 15 prestige, it gives you 15 prestige every turn, which is quite nice. So right now we've got enough building slots to build a marketplace. Like I said, marketplaces is a great way to produce income. And here we can build an extra rice paddy. We can build this up for more noble supports. But let's just upgrade this. We still have 1500. We still have enough per turn. Let's see, are there any good characters right now? Got. Yeah, we're gonna need a vanguard. Nope. The problem is, I have begun to like Sentinels more after I've played around with them a bit more. But he's probably gonna start his own army later. Just because you want to have a strategist in here as well. And some cavalry is greatly appreciated as well. Like I said, like, you don't want 2 melee focused guys in the same army. Yes, the strategist is also range focused with this trait and composure, and Sima AI is sort of range focused with composure as well. You know, but it's not the main, not like his main stick. You know, it is a stick, but it's not his main stick. If you know what I mean. It's like it's not his main stick. His main stick is just melee units. Particularly spear units. So eventually we'll split these guys off. We will lose the Oathsworn trait, which is quite annoying, but we can make him unbreakable relatively soon. As you know, Sima AI's leadership is not the highest, just like this guy's leadership is not the highest. Can we make him unbreakable? I think we can make him unbreakable. I do think so. No, we cannot make him unbreakable. Unfortunately, we can't make him unbreakable, but you know, we are getting 10 reformation a turn, which is also nice. But as you can see, you can barely see it increase. If you really look closer, you can see it increase. You can see it increasing. It does take quite some time to reach the higher levels of reformation. It does take an awful lot of time, if I say so myself. Hopefully I'm at war with this guy. I should not be at war with him. And otherwise I would just sue for peace. I think he's of the Jin Empire. Unpopular. Yeah, you do get more treasury from this, but we don't need the treasury. We will stick to popular. Again, this gives us 50 prestige for 10 turns, which is nice. As you can see, we're now getting 30 prestige a turn, and we just got Prince. As you can see, it's quite nice. We could have not promoted him and gotten a lot more money, more value for my money, but I couldn't have known that we got that. So we're gonna appoint this guy because he's got the highest expertise as An administrator, we're gonna administrate here, and I'm talking about him as I just looked. He does have the trait scholarship, which increases the income of commerce even more in this commandery, which is nice. Like I said, commerce income is nice. And we've also got the Chancellor, and Chancellor just gives you income from peasantry faction wide and some satisfaction till rank 8. This guy is getting dissatisfied, so you can take that. He wants a higher court position anyways. This guy's got so high satisfaction that it really doesn't matter. Character leveled up. She leveled up. We want to gain, give her as much expertise as possible, like through these traits. Just because we just want to level her up as much as we can. It doesn't do much, but you know, it helps later on if we want to appoint her as an administrator. Or use her in an army, but she doesn't have the best traits for a strategist. Again, you want an awful lot of cunning because it gives more ammo as well. You can invoke the council as well, which means that, you know, we can invoke it and then we get a mission, and that mission will give satisfaction. We give satisfaction and some innate buff to your income and satisfaction to the guy you assign. To the color, like sentinels, if you assign a sentinel, when you complete that mission, it will receive satisfaction for all sentinels. So you can also hover over individual commanders to see how much money they make. You can see it only has 80 base income, but because we're increasing it so much, it increases to 199. And the tea house, you can see it's got 70 in commerce income. It increases to 226 because they pay taxes. We've got an extra assignment. If you really want to get rich, we can regulate markets. Because every administrator does give you for reformation. You see. But we're not gonna do that. We are right now just gonna increase the amount we get, I think. No, we're actually gonna lower the construction time and construction cost even more, which is always nice. Wait, no, let's not do that here. Let's do that in this commandery. We're not gonna sell these places yet. The lumberyard and the toolmaker, which are right here, just because it's pretty expensive to get that, you know, like 8,000 in a couple of turns. You see, we don't have that much income for now, at least. So we do want to take this livestock farm, this toolmaker, this small town, and the rice paddy. I would say that would be a good move, because income from industry can also really mount up. Because the base income in industry buildings is just really high. Like I said, the base income from industry is just really high, but the bonuses you can get are relatively low.
To arms.
We're just gonna pass through his territory.
Towards unity.
And once we're done here, once you've taken this livestock farm, I will recruit some units. Recommend, you have recruited stuff before. If you're not that good at the game, I would recommend just getting a little bit more archers. And if you have got a good vanguard in your recruitment pool, I would have added him already. This guy is not good. Any vanguards? Nope. Because you want characters with good traits. Because like this dutiful is somewhat useful, +2 instinct. Agile is also useful. Like composure is not that useful though. again, if I look at his stats, he does have 21 melee evasion, which is pretty high, but he does not have the instinct. Like agile is still quite good, but I would want like dutiful for another trait, and the other trait also for another trait. This of the Jin Empire. We're not at war with the Jin Empire yet. We will do that eventually. We are getting an awful lot of prestige just because we got a popular trait for 10 turns. If there is a time it's always good if you can get that popular trait, because it just can give you an awful lot of prestige. We're gonna upgrade the mail posts just for some more noble support. It is going up. This guy is also going up. It will go down. It will stay the same. But Sima AI does have some traits to increase noble support. For instance, this one increases noble support. But I first want to get composure, like I said. Now we'll get this one and this one. This one is also pretty good. You know, they're all just really good. I would definitely recommend going for night battles first, because then they are guaranteed that you can set the night battles. If Hong Fung's on, you split them away to another army, which is the way I would recommend it. Because again, 2 melee focused lords is not the best way to do this. The best way to do this is a cavalry focused lord, so either a commander or a vanguard. I like vanguards more, but if you really like melee cavalry, you can also swap them out for a commander. But like with like the recent changes, recent updates, you got stuff like cataphylaxis. The melee cavalry is just kind of like meh. Okay, so if I look at military, oh, it doesn't say special unit. It doesn't say special unit. So unfortunately, it doesn't say special unit. So we're gonna end turn, and yeah, just gonna end turn, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Sima U will probably be a problem for us eventually, because he starts right here, if I believe so. He will probably expand to this side, and then we do have to defend our south, but we do have some small cities to support us. 400. I just want some money. Turn for no. Give you money. You cannot do that. Oh. It wouldn't have worked, but yeah. For 5, can you give me something? Something plus payment? Something? Nope. Oh, we're at least getting some more money out of him.
深思熟虑，则事半功倍。
Mayo Rang declared war against me,
伐
so
交不成，
we were
那
gonna
就伐
take
兵。
his territory. We're not gonna call for aid because we want this territory for our own, and there's no legitimate way that Sima Leon can save us. Anyways, I can always call him back in if I really need to, but we don't need to. Control the capital. That's pretty difficult, you know. It's not that easy. It's just they give your missions really fast. Like go to the capital, like they give you that pretty fast. I am making pretty good progress again because I've got 2 of these buffs, which is quite nice. And as you can see, we can upgrade our armor craftsman, but right now we're gonna upgrade our tea houses and our trade ports, because we've got all this commerce income, all this bonuses to commerce income, but we don't have any we don't have much commerce income yet. Oh wait, we're gonna actually upgrade our trade port because that's more efficient. So we gain more money that way. End our turn. Right now the turns will go a lot faster than last time. Like the early game is relatively, you know, don't you dare, Jin Empire, don't you dare take my livestock farm. The Jin Empire is always unpredictable with what it does. Always. So right now, take the livestock farm.
Such action would be folly.
We did get a birth. We can get this satisfaction for. What is your side? Like, I hate this where I can't check the innate satisfaction of her, but she's the faction leader, so I can probably trust the system without worrying about it. Yeah, she's the faction leader. She's no, not the faction leader. She's our advisor. So I would need to assume
Towards destiny.
that would be the case.
With honor.
But it's a night battle, and yeah, we're gonna fight it. Because why we, you know, take less casualties. Take less casualties and stuff like that. I've played a bit more of this, and yeah, I've been playing a lot more Sentinels, trying to find their niche, and yeah, I'm starting to like them a lot more. They're
Time for
still
them to
not
die.
a good pair with the veterans. So not a good pair for that. But you know, you don't want a pair of two, like I said many times in this video. I'm probably gonna say it many times. You want a pair of two melee focused units, melee focused generals, just because you know there's room for your cavalry and your ranged focused generals, like your commander, like your strategist. I think if an army doesn't have a strategist, it's kind of like it works, but you know, a strategist is just so powerful with trebuchets, flaming arrows. Particularly trebuchets are actually really powerful. Particularly with survivability of your heroes, you can really just blob the enemy force up, just force them in a massive blob, get the fire shots from the trebuchets in, and just annihilate all of them. Like, I've had games where I had over 400 kills on my trebuchets. Easily, on all of my trebuchets. Where I easily reach over 400 kills with my trebuchets. And usually the enemy does not have trebuchets, and if they do, you can usually take them out with your heroes relatively easily, or your cavalry relatively easily compared to the rest. We are gonna Vanguard deploy these Axebands again, because Vanguard deploy is quite powerful. They are not hidden. Are they hidden right now? Now they're hidden. Hong Fung Khan can hide here. And we will get this force. Spearmen. Archers. All set. Also flaming shot. We will general up. I like to have my generals in group 3, because that's right above the W, so I can easily switch to it. This by far the most important, you know, group, the most important unit you have. Stop. Like I said, if you just press backspace, the enemy will, your unit will stop doing what's doing, and if you do it with spear units or halberd units, they will start bracing. They will immediately start bracing, which is very nice. And I'm not gonna charge these guys from the front because they can reflect my charge, because they are a halberd unit. It does work for generals as well, it's just a lot less noticeable than it is for cavalry. You can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm just running them archers, get close to me, let them move away from the support, because they tend to run away in the opposite direction that, you know, And now I'm just gonna. If I had some cavalry, I would just chase them off with my cavalry. But I do not, so my generals are gonna have to do something. All my archers on these guys, and I'm gonna stop these guys from moving, so I can get my envelopment. I can also gain the maximum use of my. I want like if you didn't notice, if it's blinking and it's not broken, if it is not white like this, it's not shattered. So they can still come back.
The enemy unit flees.
You're gonna wanna expand back because why would I take a fight that
Ready.
I can later just shoot them to pieces.
Time has come.
And if this all goes to plan, we will take almost no casualties. You can see they're just getting -10 morale. They're just getting absolutely roasted. I don't know why they're not even wavering yet because they're -13 morale.
To attention, chief soldiers.
But yeah, I won't ask. There we go. They're running.
Chief Olaf, stand
I want
ready.
these guys
Release missiles.
shot up as well. These guys will take a bit longer to route because there's not a burning forest nearby to. There's not a burning forest nearby to lower the morale by 10. Or burning bamboo. As you can see, if the fire arrows hit the bamboo, will eventually light the fire. But if we hover over their morale, if it wants to stick,
The enemy unit flees. What cowards!
you can see that outnumbered, distance courage, damage sustained, and other. So as you saw, we almost took no casualties relatively easily. We took probably like 10, probably a bit from friendly fire as well. Surprisingly, Sima AI archers did better than the Sentinels one, even though they had fire arrows. But the fire arrows do definitely help a lot. I think we lost like 5 units, maybe. You can see that we only lost 2 to enemy units, but there's probably a bit of friendly fire. So I'm assuming that there is a tiny bit of friendly fire. I'm assuming like 5 or 10 at max. Because the G militia don't have the best armor. I'm assuming like 10 at max. Or if we would have delegated this, it would have been a lot worse. We would have at least lost like 80 units. So now this part is going to be relatively tough. I cannot just delegate through all of the settlements, which in some cases is a good strategy. For instance, if you need the fire arrows and you need to assault iron mine, and the delegate is going to predict you win, I would taking it because the iron mine is really difficult to take.
Those who do not bend to
We actually lost
authority
66,
will break.
so that's quite a bit of friendly fire.
We must lay foundations if we are to
We're
rebuild.
not going to upgrade
My
this
lord,
yet.
I
We've got
answer
enough
your
food
request.
for right now. Faction support is going up right here. Again, we're missing some faction support right here. Let's just lower our income. As you can see, we are making a relatively high amount from commerce. We're also making quite a bit from trade, but our income from commerce is right now 900. If you play a Sima Ying, you can really also make an awful lot of money from peasantry as well. Like, some characters just have an easier time maintaining peasantry, and other people just have an easier time maintaining industry and stuff like that. So San Shu wants a trade agreement. Where are you? You are here. I do not want to take you over. So you want to pay me 21. Oh right, let's do it. Trade agreements are never bad, usually. I don't want to take that part over.
我有期，
But Yin declare war against me.
战争不
He
可避
usually
免。
does. I am gonna call for aid because Sima Liang is right next to him, so you can help me out. I don't know if he did it or not. We will be able to stay here.
Oneness grows
Sima
closer.
AI, the Jin Empire, Bajin declared war against Sima AI, and he did not help me. It's probably because it was not in his favor, but if we upgrade this, you can see that the garrison becomes quite big. So we're gonna upgrade that, and you bring in this. It's always good. And then we're gonna grab up this. Like I said, even more income from commerce is not a bad idea. 10 satisfaction, 10 satisfaction. Ooh, that's a good one to get. That's a good one to give. Who is? You probably don't have. You probably don't have an item, do you? Nope. I would want 10 satisfaction faction wide, you know? Like, the faction heir is still a kid, you know? He's still a kid. He's 3. We did get this strategist, which might be pretty good. I'm not sure. Court noble from Sima Wei. Bit of awkward. Sima Ying is married to a court noble of Sima Wei. You know, bit of awkward, you know. But you know, that's just what happens. Princes generally, you know what they like to. They like to take their nieces and stuff like that. You know, so, I don't condemn this. It is not great. Can get these commerce buildings to level 4, which is quite nice. But we also want, again, we've not done many researches before we reach Prince actually. So yeah, we got really lucky with that. I'm gonna research this. This does allow me to get. This is allowing me to go for Jade Dragons, and now I'm gonna research this one because this allows me to get extra replenishment, even more replenishment, and eventually it will lead to heavy cataphracts, which of course you want. Then we're probably gonna get this right here, the guest house and the tea house, and then this. As you can see, the research rate is really important. As you can see, we have not gone forward, and we already have reached the next rank. We've not gone forward. That's why I think Sima AI is relatively powerful. We almost have the full alignment, next alignment. Yeah, we almost have the next alignment, which is nice. Like I said, we are gonna recruit some new forces. We're gonna get some Archer of Ying right now. Like I showed you in the last video, they are objectively better than Archer Militia. But like I said, they're a bit expensive on the recruitment. Any new guys? Scarred. This is what you get if you trigger a resilience death. If you die in battle and you have resilience, you can get a negative trait or a positive one. Scarred is not worse, but her abilities are not great for a strategist. Particularly for strategists, you will want as much cunning as possible, because for strategists, their main focus is ranged, and cunning gives more ammo. And you know, units with more ammo is just very effective. Particularly stuff like trebuchets with more ammo is very deadly. We are going to attack Moren. He's got this guy, who's the factioner, and this guy is the faction leader. You might be able to tell from his face. This game is just absolutely beautiful. He's got some spare guards. He's got peasant bands, which are not that good. As you can see, the peasant bands really crappy. They're just a really cheap spare unit. Got some archer militia, some more archer militia. He does have mounted lancer cavalry. Or do I take? No, I'm just gonna go get him. I'm just gonna go again.
Towards destiny.
Alright, if I just predict a Pyrrhic victory, again, I don't know if this general has got night battles. I cannot look at the skills, but it doesn't work if they have night battles. But I don't think he has night battles. I advise us to predict a Pyrrhic victory. We will see. We will see if we get like an easy win or a relatively hard-fought win. We're probably gonna pretty easily win. We've got more forces than him. We do have, you know, more melee units. He does have some cavalry. He really gotta get us out of his shock cavalry, but I've got really good ways to deal with shock cavalry, which we've not seen many cavalry units, which is good, which is not good. But now I can show you how to deal with cavalry. Mainly in... We've probably had like a couple of units of cavalry, but you know, you can really like hurt cavalry quite a bit. It didn't, that part probably didn't show, if I remember right. That part didn't really show off cavalry fights really well, usually. How the AI works.
Unified China.
Usually, that doesn't work like that. Most of the time, at least. Yeah. Most of the time, the AI doesn't work like that. Sometimes they do. A lot of the time, they don't. As you can see, after I play this for like half an hour, the loading times get a lot faster. You know. Because I just start recording this immediately if I launch up the game. So you know, just gotta warm up a bit. At least that's what I call it. The loading times are definitely not as brutal as Total War Warhammer 2, which are absolutely brutal. Particularly end turn loading times, they are just brutal. So they gotta go through over like 100 factions. So we cannot see their forces right now, but of course we've got force. Force is always nice. Deploy a sentinel in this forest. It should be hidden. If you don't know, if it says, if there's an eye here, the unit is hidden. So they had missiles. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put a missile block units, missile block spearmen or swordsmen in the front, alright? Like so in the front. Because if the archers will start firing at them, at least on hard difficulty. On legendary difficulty, I'm not quite sure anymore. They might shoot your G militia, but they will probably still shoot these guys because, yeah, I kind of forgot what happens on legendary difficulty. Because like I said, I don't play on that often because it's not. I don't find it fun. And, you know, the main reason why I play video games is to have some fun. Of course. So, we've got, now create this box, alright? And now you can put your archers in there. We are gonna group them up in groups of 3. But like I said, I want 3 to be my generals. Just because it's really nice to have 3 your generals above your W. And because we deployed a guy right here, we can right now see how they do. If we pull this guy back, like if you don't have the Vanguard deploy, you might not be able to see this. As you can see, he does have some Spear Guards and some G Militia, some more Spits and Peasant Band, which is not that difficult to deal with. As you can see, these are just the poorest of poorest lads. They don't even have a helmet. That's the first thing what you would give your people, like a good old helmet. And these guys do have a helmet, you know, the G Militia. They do have some amount of body armor. It's probably a bronze plate. Yeah, it should be like a bronze cuirass. Not a cuirass. They might have like hard armor. Like these guys definitely have some bronze armor. These guys as well, you know, these guys are pretty darn, you know, they would be pretty darn difficult to kill. you can see they do have center grip shields, which I like to see, dude. Because usually you see strap shields. In this period, almost no shields were straps. Only the ones with the Greeks were strapped. You don't see that many strap shields. Now, this guy does have an annoying trait, which is Earthening Rampart, which increases the charge resistance by 900%. Which is annoying because then your chargers are going to do an awful lot less damage. I don't know why it makes that really weird noise when I do that. But he does not want to do, and she also doesn't want to do, which is annoying. Because one duo would satellite, would take away that Earthening Rampart, which I usually like to do. They are close relatives, which gives them another 10 morale. Our general just got spotted, and we might be able to lure them out. This is Shark Cavalry. The main weakness is the low armor and no missile block chance, so our archers will make really quick work of them. As you can see, we are staying nice high and tight. We are gonna advance. No, we're not gonna. We're gonna slightly advance our advance, so they're still hidden. And now we're gonna come into range. Because we are hidden right now, and they will see us, and they will send something after us, probably the cavalry and the generals. And again, like I said, we're gonna lure them away from support. We don't have the extra melee evasion. Nope, we don't. We are gonna advance this force a tiny bit around the rock, because you want to have your rock in the way. And as you can see, the shock cavalry is almost in range. Shock cavalry ran, but that means we can goon these guys right now. That means we can goon these guys, and they're back. So the mounted soldiers were absolutely wrecked by missile shots. As you can see, they're already taking an awful lot of damage from those missile shots. And if you don't know, your unit orders will get ignored if they're in melee. They get caught up in melee. So spam clicking is really the way to avoid getting that. And if you can goon out this champion, that will be very, very useful. You can goon out these heroes right now, but his strength is overwhelming, which you of course don't want to take. You don't want to take overwhelming odds against you. Sima AI can pretty easily hit these guys, especially with that ability. But we're also taking quite a bit of damage, so again, we're gonna lure them over. We have lit this forest alight, and I'm gonna tell my guys to stop firing. They have also advanced across over to my spearmen, which is not nice. And as you can see, right now we're really putting the hurt on this guy. But of course,
surely you can do better.
If now we want to shoot the G militia, and yeah, right. I'm gonna reorganize these guys, and I'm gonna turn off skirmish mode because I hate skirmish mode, and I don't know who doesn't hate skirmish mode. And our general is really getting hurt. We're gonna activate this buff before he dies. Luckily, he does have resilience. And we can shoot at. We can probably shoot at these guys. And now we can spring our axe band trap.
Oh, how witty!
We can spring our axe band. And we can send our sentinel in to the archers. We won't really take damage from that. We send one guy around here and one guy to deal with the archers. Open up on the mounted militia because we need that. Sima AI hamstring them again. The G militia are really putting out hurts on their generals, which spear units are just really good at putting the hurt on people. We're gonna get around this flank, and we're gonna see
flees. What
There's General
cowards!
Routed. And
Make ready.
oh no, keep fighting.
Attack!
I'm going to click these guys.
Attack!
Okay, so your archers will often like march up. You can put them in guard mode to prevent that. I'm gonna do that. I would recommend for this strategy you do that as well. Just putting them to guard mode really does help
Spearmen,
with that.
stand ready.
We're gonna shoot these guys in the back because their shield won't help them if they're getting shot in the back. Of course.
The enemy warriors are running.
And we can get a beautiful rear charge off with our axe bands, and this is what they're meant for. This is what the axe bands are meant for.
To attention. Bowman,
This
stand
is what all the
ready.
axe bands are meant for. Just for some really, those guys are not shattered. A Sentinel's having a bit of a trouble, you know, killing them. He's having a tiny bit of a trouble, but you know,
The enemy
having a
warriors
bit of a
are
trouble
running.
dealing with them, but we can open up our archers on these guys again in the mounted militia.
Attention, archers.
You can chase this guy down,
Take heed,
or
warriors.
infantry Jing is routing. Somehow he still gets the charge resist, even though that guy is fleeing. Did not know.
Move out quickly.
It's not an
Do
awesome.
not relent.
You get the G militia that can get in here, and
Ready, bow.
to shoot him, you will run for longer as well.
Blows ever closer.
You also run for a minute longer, and because Archer of Ying has got really high ammo, I can afford that. Sentinel is not taking any damage. He's not making much progress, but so right now we want to kill as many. We want to finish off as many of them as we can, because you will still be alive after this, and we can just triple speed. Probably can see us better, and you know, these guys, the archers of some archer militia have not. The infantry of Ying still has an awful lot of ammo, like an awful lot of ammo. But yeah, they are definitely superior. As you can see, these infantry of Ying really held for an awfully long time. This guy's are just like this movement speed is equal. What you can do is you can stop and then charge them. If you can do it right, then you will get your acceleration from your charge, and you should be able to put a bit more. You should be able to catch them, hopefully. It's quite a big pocket. You know? So yeah, the reason why we're doing this, they're gonna come back, and yeah, if you kill more of them, you know, they won't be there later. The side is relatively close, but our Sentinel should definitely be able to reach her. He's got 76 movement speed, he's got 60 movement speed. This movement speed is Archer Militia. Let's see, movement speed, where is it? 38, and our X-Bands have 38 as well. Yeah, they're the exact same speed. I thought so. Sentinels right now, like, kind of cutting them a bit. And the Sentinel did just pick up quite a few kills, which is nice. And Sima AI is going to come in there. You can hamstring them to slow their speed. So the X-Band can also catch up, and too late. Sima AI just barely arrives too late. And we've got a close victory instead of a pyrrhic. So we definitely improved. But the Sentinel got an awful lot of kills. Well, he killed one group of archers. He was pretty useful, so he did quite a bit of damage. Was a pretty good distraction force. But with Sentinels, you really got to be careful, because they can really lose an awful lot of HP really fast, because they generally have low armor. So just take the brunt force of that damage. All of that damage. Of course, if it's armor piercing, everyone will take it. Like everyone will take it. They are all parrying, and we didn't kill him. We lost 200, which is not bad.
All
And we
plans
killed
are coming to
700.
pass.
Yeah, as you can see. Oh, we gained a sword, and this guy. See if any special armor. No, we're gonna release him for the money. No
Set
punishment.
them loose. They are no threat.
And I'm
To
gonna
action.
pull back into my own territory.
Authority has been
I want to
restored.
replenish, of course.
March
And we
as
leveled up.
one.
Sima AI leveled up, and we are gonna pick up this trait. We are gonna pick up composure, which again, he becomes a bit more cunning. But we mainly get it to enable fire arrows on these two archer militia, and night battles after we eventually split them up,
My lord, I answer your request.
because that will eventually happen. Like I said, we really don't have to worry about this guy for now. We can also we're gonna instant construct this, because then it really does become defendable instead of not defendable. We will gain that money pretty fast back. If you didn't know, you can instant construct things, which can be pretty expensive. But I should be able to defend my trade port against most armies right now, which is good, because you do want to be able to defend your income, essentially. Request to join the coalition.
子非奉承，乃
Of
是
course
出
you
自
can
本
join.
心。
Of course you can join.
今日你我达成共识，
He wants to immediately get this guy for another
不
Christmas
会与
pack.
你为敌的。
Yeah, I can accept that. Songwei, I can accept that.
足下
Songwei.
欣然接受，令我等倍感欣
Fan
喜。
Sao declared war against me,
多言无
which
益
is a lot less
开
nice.
战吧！
I won't call for aid because Fan Sao is not all there. And after we deal with this guy, apparently we're gonna go do a Fan Sao. But as you might have noticed already, the garrisons really do suck in this game. I wish they did a bit to improve the garrisons in this game. 'Cause the garrisons are really just trash. Honestly, the garrisons are just really bad in this game for your main cities. Like, if my farmland has a bigger garrison than my large town, it's a bit weird. Or even an imperial city doesn't have a huge garrison, because the garrison almost doesn't increase. So we do have the income right now to. We do have another assignment. We are going to supervise construction. We are right now a minor strategic threat because we've expanded. You eventually get this. You get -5 penalty with most factions. I don't know which faction it doesn't include, and yeah, I don't know that. So Wuling is still getting -6, but we are gonna raise an army in this large town. We are gonna have to recruit some suitable characters, so I will just look at them. I really do need an army right now, so yeah. Sometimes, usually I like to be picky about my guys, but right now I just cannot be picky. You can recruit this guy, and we don't have
Truth
any
is an unquenchable
melee focus dudes. But this is mainly gonna be our defensive guy. You know, you can recruit some archer militia, which always useful. Archers are just cheap and powerful. If you look at the unavailable, he's got Ong's dragons, which are bombardment archers, which are pretty fun to play around with, just like the defenders of the earth. They're also bombardment. It's pretty fun. But you know, you mainly get these for the Jade Dragons and the heavy cataphracts, of course. Because if we look at Instinct, it reduces melee damage of him, but he really does have he can give them 25 charge bonus, which is nice. Of course, 10 morale, extra campaign movement range, melee damage for our shock cavalry, building upkeep. Oh, he's just really shock cavalry proof. Shock cavalry is just really good in this game. If you haven't figured it out yet, I think that it's a bit weird that, you know, you might think, melee cavalry can, you know, it says anti-missile on the melee cavalry card, but I found that shock cavalry is just more effective than melee cavalry in that department. So if we look at this small town garrison,
Absolutely not.
if we look at this, we do not know this army.
Madness.
If we just hover over the small town, it's pretty far in our favor, and so is this, which is good. Can still upgrade this. I don't want to yet.
When the peak has been
I don't want to
reached,
yet. I want to
the
save some
journey
money.
is ended.
I do want to save some money. Invite
你我携手
Sima Mao.
共夺荣耀。
Yes. I do want to invite. Oh. I've joined
如此
the
一
war
来
against him.
你
Oh.
我便达成一
Oh.
致。
I did not mean to do that. I thought it was inviting him to the coalition. Not very smart. Not smart at all. But I'd be able to sue peace for that. Bajin is appearing for our trade port. He's coming front. But as you saw, the garrison is just massive. Like you saw, the garrison is absolutely massive, and he does not have the greatest force. He does have, you know. I thought that this picture just reminded me of the concubine, of course. He does have Roar of the Beast, but it is not the worst thing to. He's trying to sneak past me. Ain't gonna happen, dude. Besides the victory, let's just delegate it. Let's just finish him off. 106 losses. Not bad.
Those who do not bend
We
to
will
authority will break
increase that. I guess he did
for the
increase
greater good.
the amount of turns he has. But he did just raise. Force march back, and then next turn you can get it. We do have another building slot. Free. This is also a pretty good building to push, which doesn't cost any reformation, which is nice. And it lowers corruption by 15% in all adjacent commanderies. This also includes this commandery, and if you look at what we can do to lower the corruption, we've got this, which is minus 30%, does cost 5 noble support, which is not that great, but I think we're gonna build on a school. No, just kidding. We're just gonna upgrade. We're just gonna upgrade our things right now. Again, you can see this is making 300. Right now the TR is making 300 as well. This is making 400. As soon as we get that assignment, the buff. Now Cozy is still leveling up, but as soon as we get this, it's gonna increase
Gravity
even
shines
more.
the path to peace.
Which is always nice. He wants to sign another Christian pact.
你不是我们的
He will
敌人
get, he will get a law enforcer. I want that. We can get something, right? I want my law enforcer. You can have that. You can have some others to put in salary. You can have expert letter, for instance. Can, for instance, have some expert letter. yeah, get some expert leather, which I'm never gonna use
你同意了？
because it was quite bad. We're already an hour in, you know. After we've taken care of this faction, I'm gonna end the video, and hopefully it will be up. Yeah, I hope I upload this soon enough. I do hope so. I do. I secretly didn't want to be at war with you.
你又怎
5
样？
points. 2,000. What? Alright, I would just wait then. I do not appreciate this. As you can see, he is embarking to go for me.
Not happen.
We don't have the biggest garrison in this, but if he comes for that, I can always recruit some dudes. We do have a legendary character in here. We look at his traits. It's quite honestly, this is not bad. This is not a bad character. We're gonna pick this guy up. Yeah, we're gonna pick this guy up. We're gonna press recruit. We're gonna pick this guy up, and yeah, you know, pretty nice. It's a pretty nice character. He shouldn't have satisfaction problems. He does, of course, want a higher office because he's level 4. But he can, you know, not get that right now. Oh wait, of course we can force march. Hopefully I can still reach the city. I can. Alright, this entire garrison got deleted. I don't want
I hope all is
this
well.
building. Oh wait. Yeah, I don't want this building. It's costing us reformation, and we're already producing plenty of food. This building is quite nice because it doesn't cost us reformation. And again, just because it doesn't cost us reformation. Oh wait, that's the livestock farm. Oopsie. Oopsie. So I don't know what he's gonna do. He might attack my trade port, but I'm pretty sure that we can defend this trade port against this guy. And if he marches for our town, I'm pretty sure that I can defend it. And he doesn't seem to make an offensive move at all. He's not seeming to make any offensive moves. Do I have any? I do have a strategist to put in his army, but the traits are really bad. We have another character. They're not the worst. Disloyal. Not the worst. This one Flurry is not bad. That's not great either. Incompetent is never good. No, she's also not that good. Like, it's pretty difficult getting relatively good ones. For instance, this guy, he's pretty decent. Like, I won't say he's bad, because he does have relatively high melee evasion for that guy. Again, we don't want to upgrade that.
How can I serve, my
We
lord?
can upgrade this to a town, because right now it's level 1. So let's do that, and we're gonna go to a toolmaker. I don't know, I'm not sure how we're gonna get that rice paddy, if we're gonna get that rice paddy or not. Because, yeah, you know, Babing is quite, you just have 3 of these commanderies, 3 of these cities. You know, you just have an awful lot of rice paddies. Again, this is the Jin Empire, but like, you don't want the Jin Empire, you don't want to declare war on the Jin Empire this soon, because yeah, you want to be quite secure. So, end turn, no I didn't. So we're gonna force march to this toolmaker, and I'll end the video there. Which should be another resolve worthy of something. So yeah, let's end the turn. You're making pretty good money. I'm not worried about that guy right now, unless he goes to Changsha. I'm not worried about that guy right now. Again, our trade port is just massive. We've got 800 guys in our trade port, an awful lot of archers. Our garrison didn't replenish, but you know, I'm gonna quick save in case, just in case. It shouldn't be on an open map, which is already really helpful. Being an open map is absolutely awful. No, it's not. We've got towers. Hopefully we'll pull this one out. I do hope so. I do really hope that we can pull this one out. To pull W out of here. I do think so. I do think so. I really do think so. Otherwise, we will recruit an army and just bull rush them down. Because, of course, we can't be losing our trade port. You don't have some sort of militia, but I'm not worried about the G militia. They will absolutely get shreked. I'm worried about this vanguard lowering my morale and the horse archers. And if he has fire arrows, I'm screwed if he has fire arrows. But then he would have done it as a night battle. He probably would have chosen a night battle, so I don't think he has got fire arrows. If he does, I'm screwed. Because he will just burn down my towers. Unless it's draining, then I'm a bit less screwed. But yet, I think I can win this. The 2 archer captains, which are really strong. The archer captains are actually really darn strong. If only a couple of factions get access to them normally, with captain retinues, which, you know, they're quite good. Just for extra numbers in just one turn. You can recruit an entire force for relatively cheap. No, you would have. Alright, he's gonna just bull rush this part. Where is the strategist? Right? I do not trust this. Where's the strategist? I do not trust this, honestly. He might go for this part. For I will leave one sort of militia there to easily guard that, and we can. Oh yeah, of course. We're just gonna have to put the guy and put this guy. Put these guys in one group. We don't have barricades, which is sort of annoying. And this is group 2. And this guy is a reserve if he comes around here. Like, I don't see a contingent of his force, which is annoying. So yeah, I don't know where he's hiding it. He might be vanguard deploying in this piece of forest, or he might be flanking around. This would be really unfortunate. That's why I'm just having that, because I don't see like the horse archers, so I'm lacking some units, which I'm worried about. So I don't get this dude. Oh. Apparently I did not put. Got this guy defending this, and hopefully it all goes well. I do think so. They are close relatives and friends. Okay, they're just behind there. Alright, good. Good. That's good. That's one positive. With your towers, you might think, what are we shooting at? Just shoot at the generals. I'm gonna shoot at the vanguard, because he is the most dangerous guy right now. He's like really darn dangerous. Because he can lower my morale by an awful lot, which is not nice. If they stick a move, they can dodge it, but it's relatively hard. Archers prepare, and they will usually waste all of their ammo on my saber militia, which is nice. And we're just gonna shoot their units that are coming in. So I'm not gonna have to worry about flanking, so I can pull this guy back. we are advancing these guys, and as you can see, he's taking a reasonable amount of arrows. But our guys are also taking a relatively high amount of arrows. But as long as we can hold the towers, I'm relatively confident that we can finish this guy off. If we can just kill that vanguard fast enough. If we can just kill that guy fast enough, we should be fine.
Swordsman, ready! Blade!
That is the main part, because he will do this, and then all of our guys can instantly start routing. All of our guys can instantly start routing, but I do have a cheeky strategy of just, as you can see, they're already running because the roasting's ended, which is nice. I do have some strategies, of course, like I always have. I always have some amount of extra strategies, some amount of reserve strategies. Pretty sure we can win this, like I said. What we just do, we just bring this guy around. This guy should rally, attack the general. The general's really taking quite a bit of fire, which is good. All of the archers firing in here. Screw those archers, they are almost out of ammo already. Not picked up an awful lot of kills. And I just need to finish off these guys. Like, I was worried about these coming back, but it will count as a rear charge, which is not good. And as you can see, our towers cannot focus him right now. But he's taking some reasonably good damage. So I'm just mainly worried about this, the minus morale, but he's really taking pretty decent damage right now. Torch Archer also out of ammo. We are rear charging them with our Sword Militia, of course, so their G Militia are buckling relatively good. They are buckling.
The enemy warriors are running.
Also because of our arrow fire as well. You know, we've got this volume of fire just burning these guys down. Luckily, Sword Militia will usually just come back. No, wrap them in. Keep it, like I said, Sword Militia will usually just come back from route relatively easily. Like you see, the game doesn't really account for the towers and general sniping you can do with them, and just generally the archers as well are not well represented in this part. Just because the archer can really just lay down an amazing volume of fire. Even against shield units, if they hit them in the back. When these guys to focus these G Militia. I'm still worried about that Vanguard, but he's really taking a lot of damage. He's almost routing as well. He's wavering. Okay, he's routing. If we are lucky, he routes off. He routes off towards with our towers in front of. He routes off to our towers, away from our towers, so that we can shoot him down. And there we go. Budgeon is defeated. This guy's out of ammo. Fire in there. Still have ammo here. Get the horse archers, and now we can tell our towers to shoot the strategist because she likes to sit still. So it's also a pretty good target. So what you want to do with the towers, you want to be targeting mainly generals and heavy cavalry. Targeting units is not as efficient as targeting cavalry, or because one arrow might kill like 2 or 3. But it won't kill. That's a low percentage of the amount of relative a few amount of units. While one tower can easily kill 1 cavalry unit as well, which is a relatively high amount of percentage of the unit. If you know what I get. The amount of percentage that you can get of 1 tower killing 1 cavalry. Cavalry is just way better. And generals, you understand, generals are pretty powerful. As you can see, we got them. We defended our city. We have defended our city, and right now you can let the towers shoot as many of them as we can because they might come back. Pretty sure they will come back eventually. but we'll claim victory. Close victory. Yeah. So you know, look at the kills on our archers. You know, they mainly had mainly shield infantry. You know, but volume of fire can still do it. I was worried about vanguards. Vanguards are pretty good in assaulting these choke points because you've got flames of the phoenix, which you can kill an awful lot of dudes with if they're all blobbed up, and you also get Roar of the Beast, which is also a really good ability. For that. But yeah, as you can see, you can defend your settlements easier than you might think. Unless it's your main city, you need a general for that. You know, it's weird. Like your farmland, or
All plans
well,
are
farmland's
coming
pretty
to
difficult.
pass.
But like your trade port is a lot easier to
For the
defend.
greater good.
十分荣幸能让你们共博功名。
Sima AI, no. Like your trade port is much easier to defend than your capital, for instance. We take the replenishment because I'm worried they might attack my trade port again at some point. Pretty worried about that. I have signed a peace treaty, Sima AI, and there's 2 Sima ways. This is not really good. Yes, this is good, like I said, but minus 20 satisfaction. I don't know how much satisfaction he has. Can I see? Nope, you cannot see, so we will go compensate. We'll just go with compensate. Like, wealth alignment is a really good one to get into, but I just think that, going into mind alignment and getting those researchers fast is more important. As you can see, where are my reforms? Oh, yes, on my record. As you can see, we have not researched like half of these guys, and we're already down to rank 2. As you can see, in this, oh, we can force March. 2 times. Yeah, we're going for March.
Towards destiny.
We will not get replenishment, but we will take it 1 turn faster, which means that we will get 1 more turn of replenishment later. You see, makes total sense. So yeah, after I get this toolmaker, ooh, he does have an army in there, but I should be able to win that.
Impossible.
I might have to sally out because toolmakers are actually really difficult to assault. This guy is probably gonna lick his wounds.
No.
Could probably get peace with you. Budgeon. Peace, yeah, he wants peace. I can even squeeze some money out of him. Crush regular payments. Can even squeeze a reasonable amount of money out of him. He's poor, but can even squeeze some money out of him. At least scam him out of some 2,000. Yeah, as I say, it's relatively easy to defend your trade ports. What's really difficult to defend your main city, it's always weird to me. Your main city should have a bigger garrison. Yes, you can build up your garrison relatively big, but that costs building slots, and in Sima AI's case, it costs an awful lot of reformation as well. The Jin Empire wants
考虑
military
一下
access,
军事通行权的问题吧。
and I have to pay them 4,000 for that. Yeah, let's. We already have an integration pack then. Yeah, let's not give you 4,000 for you to move to my territory. It's not at my benefit at all. If I want to move to a territory, I would just, you know, get you. I would just take it, you know. I would just take it. So in your game, you don't want to be at war with the Jin Empire. Just because, yeah, it is really darn difficult to really efficiently get that. We have dealt with this, and that means we can invoke the council again, which we got the same mission. Yeah, you always get the same mission. He's relatively replenished, but let's just see what the other worlds predict. A Pyrrhic victory.
With heaven.
Yeah, I'm gonna let them sally out.
Our cause is just and
I'm gonna let them sally out because that will be way easier than assaulting them. And if they don't sally out, yeah, then they just take 3 damage. I do want to build up this building right here, so that's gonna cost me how many turns? In most of these right here, I do want to build it up. Like, yeah. Right now we're gonna upgrade. We are actually gonna build a school for Reformation. You know, we've got 3 building slots. We will get 2. We will get 3 more building slots. We will get 1 if we upgrade city, and we will get 1 if we upgrade to a small regional city, and then we will also get 1 if we upgrade to a regional city. So we still got plenty of space there. And you know, increasing your this is just pretty nice. As you can see, we're right now gaining 6 per turn, which is quite good. We can upgrade more in Lingyang, but we don't have the toolmaker yet. But we can of course upgrade this, which is not very nice right now. We can just get some state workshops. Yes, because I'm gonna producing a pretty good amount of Reformation there with that school. So that means that I can afford to lose Reformation in other cities. This one administrator. Which one was that one? We can't upgrade until we get that one, but we are gonna get this. Go for Jade, and that does unlock this. It's gonna unlock this. I mean, we're gonna go for this. Can't go for this, but we're just gonna go for this. Again, if any good characters arrive, a legendary sentinel. Oh wait, that's this one. Yeah, let's not go. A new Vanguard has arrived. Not the worst Vanguard. A lot of Resolve is definitely not bad for a Vanguard. I definitely like my Vanguards with high Resolve. Let's see, what are... His Instinct is not even that low. His Resolve is actually pretty high. He's actually pretty good. Let's recruit him into Sima AI's force. Soon. Now we do want to build a Vice Commandery, and how we're gonna build up, I don't know yet. I think we're gonna go for... I don't know yet. Let me think about that. We are gonna build an inn for noble support, of course. Like I said, the last video, the inn is the best way to get free noble support without really giving up much. Without giving up Reformation. Oh, that's why the Jin Empire wanted military access. I'm not gonna pay 4,000 for you to move through my territory. Like I said, they will sell you out, and this video is getting kind of long, so I'm gonna delegate this because this video is getting quite lengthy. We lost 600. Yeah, this video is getting quite lengthy. So, request to join the coalition.
这是我
yeah.
们的提议。如你所愿。
We tried. You can still join the coalition while you are at war with one of the coalition members, which I found really funny. I found to be really funny. You can still ask to join the coalition even if you're at war with them. We're gonna keep the secret. As you can see, we're getting mind alignment. We're right now 61 out of 100. We're right now getting more ammo as well, which is nice. 20% more ammo is quite good. And we're just gonna take this. There is 15 guys left in here. We can delegate it, probably suffer 0 losses. Gonna occupy it
Those who do not bend to authority
and
will
faction
break.
destroy it. We do have this toolmaker. We are gonna repair it because
My lord,
toolmakers are
I
pretty
hope
damn good
all
building.
is well.
We're gonna upgrade that for more noble support and income from commerce. And we are gonna upgrade our school, which again is gonna give us reformation. It's gonna give us an awful lot of benefits. In Lingding, we can upgrade this building because again we're getting 4 reformation from this building and 2 reformation from this. So we're staying in the positive, which is important. I do want to build. I am not gonna build. I'm gonna build this building here because it provides corruption negation in this part, which is gonna be peasantry, mainly to this part as well, which without having to spend a building slot here. But I will probably still build something to reduce the corruption, for instance, a judiciary. Probably this one. It does. No, I mean this one. Yeah, this one. If I can build it, you do need jade for it and artisans, which is quite difficult to get. That's why it also increases more. So I'm gonna save and stop the recording. See you guys in the next episode. Maybe not. I'll save. See you guys later.